So you're looking at a first alert ultrasonic bark control device. Now the reason this device is here in the RV with me is because of this one right here. Now he's a puppy at 7 months of age, and he loves to play, he loves to roam around, he doesn't want to be in his little home here. So oftentimes he'll do some barking just to get out so that he can play. Now occasionally the bark means he needs to go to the restroom. But we wanted to try and take care of this barking problem. And so when I was at the store trying to pick up some other items for the dog, I saw this device, First Alert. You can see the unit is on right now, it's flashing. So what happens is this: when the dog barks, it will send out a return signal at a frequency that is not within human hearing range. In other words, the dog can hear the response of First Alert ultrasonic bark control device, but humans cannot hear it. So I'll try to simulate a bark, and it will send out a signal that only my dog will hear. Woof! 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 So my dog just received ultrasonic signals that would have been a little bit disturbing to him. Now, the question is, does this device work? And the answer is, yes, it does. Immediately upon activating this device, the excessive additional barking ceased. So, it is a ultrasonic communication device that sends out a signal in response to the dog barking. It's like if the dog barks, then that's the stimulus, and the response is sent from First Alert. And the response that is sent is not extremely pleasing to the dog in terms of the hearing ability of the dog. Now, I do not hear it because the frequency sent out is out of human range, and I'm not sure what the frequencies are and how that works on the frequency scale, so you can look it up. But what I wanted to talk about is how this device here could be adapted to human beings. What do I mean by that? Well, instead of a bark, let's say that a human being sends out a certain word, and it's picked up by the signal tower, and then the signal tower translates a response back to that individual that could be very unpleasant, or perhaps even at a frequency lower or higher than human hearing. and thus producing some type of stimulus response situation. Is this science fiction? No, it is not science fiction. Is it factual? Most likely it is, because I go back to a man by the name of Anthony Sutton, who worked in the Hoover Institute, and he tried to warn the world about the programming that's being done with the usage of light and sound and frequency. And if you get a chance, look up Anthony Sutton from the Hoover Institute and the lectures that he gave. The man appeared to be very genuine, not a shill, not a controlled opposition, and he was trying to tell the world that the Soviets had developed something similar to what I'm talking about here with the First Alert anti-barking device. So that's you right there, and that's me. And if you utter a certain word, that word goes into the air, comes over to the device, and then the device responds with sending out a certain frequency. And that frequency will condition you. You say, you sound so far out. Not really, because the whole world right now is conditioned on certain words. So, for example, if you even use the word conspiracy, immediately the general population will categorize you as a nut. Now that's been done through the usage of radio, television, and print. That anybody that even wants to talk about a conspiracy against the people of the land is labeled a nut. A peanut. Show you some peanuts. You're labeled a nut. A peanut. Now, I'm convinced that something like this is definitely occurring. And as one friend that I talked with mentioned, how there are more signal towers going up everywhere. Everywhere. How many cell phone towers do we need? Well, guess what? Those signal towers are to condition you like an animal and to put you in your cage, to cage you in. So right now, if my little buddy right here barks, that bark will go into the air, and that bark will be received over here by this device. And this device will counteract that bark by sending out an ultrasonic signal that will be upsetting and irritating to my little buddy here, and thus condition him to cease from barking. Now these units can be set to different ranges as far as how far they can work, and right now it's on the lowest setting of 15 feet. I think that goes up to about 50 feet, so they're not effective beyond that range. And again, that would have to do with transmission device. If this is a transmission device, but it's also a listening device in that it can pick up any sound that is made here in this RV. And if this guy here makes a sound, that device picks it up. So is this far-fetched? Not really, because people are conditioned. And there's food for conditioning, There's water for conditioning, and of course there's toys for conditioning. Alright? But the one thing that the population seems to be completely unaware of is there are radio frequencies for conditioning human beings. So once again, the first alert, ultrasonic bark control device, could be relabeled first alert, ultrasonic word control device. Or, if you want to go even further with it, thought control device. Now, as someone suggested too, there's a lot to be said for the fact that these cell phones can indeed be part of this type of thing, whereby maybe the cell phone can function very similarly to this device. So I'd like to ask for you to give me your thoughts and your views about the first alert, ultrasonic bark control, or how about ultrasonic thought control device. By the way, my dog's name is Riley. Hey Riley, say hi to the world. Well, Riley and I bring you greetings, and this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.